Ingebrigtsen there, you saw, that's Henrik Ingebrigtsen. He's declared for the 5,000 tomorrow, incidentally, and so has Amdouni. And watch out for Jake Whiteman. He needs 3:36.20 actually for the Olympic qualifying, so he'll be looking for a quick race here and get in the right place at the right time. But Filip Ingebrigtsen, the second of the Norwegian brothers, is there. Fermin Kacha, look at that championship record. Well, that could be in a little bit of danger. Depends how this race is run. Bustov runs for Spain. There it is. Tesfaye, Duma, Abdouni, Sasinek, Emmanuel, Busotti, and then Filip Ingebrigtsen, and then Jake Whiteman for Great Britain. Mum and Dad will be keen on watching this. Both internationals, of course. 3 3/4 laps of the track.
The former European champion, second 2 years ago for Norway.
Second silver medalist 2 years ago. He make amends this time. Calvaro, the Frenchman, right on the back end of that route. There's Duma of the Netherlands.
For Germany, European leading this year,
Tesfaye engaged to Jamal, I'm told now, twice world champion, 1500. The second in his heat. The times, of course, not mattering. It was about qualification. Step back, foot on the line. Naves, the Italian transferee from Mozambique in the middle. That's Cavallo, the Frenchman. European silver back in 2012. The best of 3:35.39 this season. Big field, 13. There'll be a lot of nudging in this, I would think, as we get into the race. And as always, of course, they get underway as quickly as they can to get out of trouble. And we shall see. Carvalho wants to take it on right at the start. It'll be interesting to see how he prevails in the early stage of this race. The Bustov for Spain is there. Duma as well, and the Italian Neves also there on the outside, and Abdouni tucked right on. Now it's not quick. They've slowed it right down at the start, so we're not looking at times. There's Jake Whiteman on the left of his shot. It's a typical championship start to a race, this, but somebody's got to take this on. And Jake Whiteman now in 6th place. The younger Ingebrigtsen is second from the back, along with the German Tesfaye. And this race still to get underway, isn't it?
Yeah, Henrik Ingebrigtsen, the champion 4 years ago. He's got Citius Altius Fortius, the Olympic motto, embossed underneath his right bicep. Well, let's see if he lives up to that in this final. He did 4 years ago in Helsinki. He's a canny racer, and there he is. He's 5 from the back, just in front of Lee Emanuel.
Well, 63 seconds the first lap. That says the story, doesn't it? That tells the story. And Bustos, the European bronze medalist in 2012, was quite happy to sit up the front, getting out of trouble. Here comes Emmanuel, right from the back of the Briton. Lee Emanuel, and getting out of trouble and into position to attack if he can. This sort of pace, then anything can happen right at the back of the field. Tesfaye now moving forward into contention with just over 2 laps to go in this 1500 meters. It's going to turn out to be an 800 meter race in the end. Ingebrigtsen, Henrik Ingebrigtsen now in a good position on the outside, been about 5th or 6th place as they come in now. This crucial 3rd lap. Now, who will take it on? Right at the back of there is Debjani of Belgium now moving right on the outside as they go into the back straight. Jake Whiteman keeping out of trouble, running wide very sensibly.
Well, it tells you all you need to know about the pace when they are running as wide as they are deep. It's almost a square, isn't it, or a cube? They are just looking at one another, mindful not to get caught on the curb behind bodies when the move comes. This is like a game of track and field chess. Now, who is going to make the first move? Who is going to make the bid for gold? Lee Emanuel right in the front, but they're all lining up to take a pop at him.
Yes, they are. Jake Whiteman's in a very good position, and he's moving now onto the shoulder of Tesfaye with 1 lap to go. Cavallo right up the front, and now the attack is on as they go in with less than 400 metres low. Cavallo is up there. So is Jake Whiteman, and Jake Whiteman's really attacking down that back straight with 300 metres to go. The Dutchman behind him is Dumas. Whiteman really attacking, and Dumas on the inside, and Tesfaye. And behind Tesfaye is Dumas, and then the younger Ingebrigtsen. And Henrik Ingebrigtsen is off the pace at the moment, and I think Whiteman is going to attack Cavallo. He is, and this is a good run by the Briton. Tesfaye in second place at the moment as they come off the bend, and here comes Dumas of the Netherlands right on the outside. Cavallo in third, then the younger Ingebrigtsen in fourth place, and Henrik Ingebrigtsen on the inside. Cavallo is there. Here comes Ingebrigtsen. It's the younger one. It's not the one. It's Filip Ingebrigtsen, and here comes the Spaniard Bustos to take second, and Henrik Ingebrigtsen gets there for third place. I tell you what about that? Jake Whiteman had it all set up, didn't he? And the Ingebrigtsens have taken 2 of the medals. Wow, what about that? I just thought he's surprised because at the end of the day he wasn't supposed to do that. And Dumas had a good run, and they all attacked. Jake Whiteman did nothing wrong. You have to say did nothing wrong at all. But Filip Ingebrigtsen is the European champion, and he says, how on earth did I do that, brother? How did I do that? What a family they are. But to a bronze this time for Henrik, a silver last time, but Filip, he says he's the younger brother. He's only 23. He won his heat though in 3:40, and the time insignificant, and Dumas very disappointed because he was 4th, just out of the medals. Now this was the point. Emanuel looked good, Whiteman on the left, and Tesfaye looked good. Cavallo had done a lot of the work up front. Abdoumi never really had a space to get through. Now Whiteman did well here. Dumas, this was the attack coming from Dumas, and look how far Ingebrigtsen is behind. He's now, what, 4 or 5 metres behind. Dumas must have thought he'd got this. Then Filip Ingebrigtsen opens up the throttle, and look at this, goes right the way through. Henrik comes through along with Bustos to take the 3 medals. Cavallo looks across and he knows that he's lost out because he was in 4th, 5th place. Well, that was a really interesting final indeed, and a very, very surprised winner. And a surprise, and he's as surprised as we are.
Well, did you see that little look he took over his shoulder with 80 metres to go? He put his foot down, he made his break, and it was a little look over the shoulder as if to say, where are you, brother?
He can't believe it. He can't believe it.
Dimitri Bascu, Wilhelm Voloshin with me from France. Gold.